I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Everywhere, this is for
Yeah.
you.
Fly was flying on the team. Touchdown, touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a Bird Gang Nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So we gonna talk today. What's going on to everybody already in the chat? We're going to definitely talk today. Before we get into anything, man, be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We are on the road to 4K. We inching there. We are inching our way there. I can't wait to get there. We're going to have a new background pretty soon. I just figured I'd throw this together for the meanwhile. You know what I'm saying? For the meanwhile. But today's show is really about y'all. I really want to know what y'all feeling. How are y'all feeling today? So we're going to go through the chat. I'm going to talk a little bit about this A.J. Brown question that I posed, I guess, right? You know, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how I'm feeling about this offense as a whole, how I'm feeling about this wide receiving core. But look, we'll start right here, right? We'll start with A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, obviously, is one of those guys that is going to be looked at on this team to really propel us to that next level, right? There's a lot of guys on this team that we have to look at as fans and just be like, listen, these are the guys that need to take a big step for us in order for us to take a big step. But A.J. Brown, a lot is riding on his shoulders. We're looking at him to come in, not only be himself great, but make it possible to have the guys around him great as well, right? You want to see a big jump from Quez Watkins. You want to see a big jump from Devontae Smith. You know, you can even ask, you know, Zach Pascal, excuse me, somebody like him, maybe he takes the next step. Who knows, right? We'll see what happens with these guys. But A.J. Brown has far more pressure on himself than just himself. It's more than just what he's going to do. He has to make Jalen Hurts look good as well. So this is a big investment. And, you know, people now are saying top 5. He might be one of those guys. I don't know if I want to give him that just yet. I'm gonna have to actually sit down, go through every single wide receiver, but I off the top of my head can honestly think of 5 probably better than him. I would say top 10. I think that if you put our wide receiving core together, it's a very nice wide receiving core, and I think that you could say that this is a top 5 receiving core, but I don't know if either individual piece by themselves right now is a top 5 guy. That's where I'm at with it right now. We'll see what happens. But shout out to everybody in here, man. We already got 12 people in here. I know this is mad random. It is what it is. I had time, so I figured I'd come on here. What's going on, BLSG? What's going on, Drew Johnson in the building? Paul Mancini in the building. Saying A.J. Brown is very good wide receiver, but not top 5 to 10 in the NFL. Let's temper expectations, fans. I would say it would be hard for me to think of 10 guys above him. I mean, let's do this, right? Let's list. I would love to see what your list of the guys ahead of him are. Because, I mean, we're looking at Jamar Chase. We're looking at Justin Jefferson. We're looking at Devontae Adams. We're looking at Tyreek Hill, right? I'm trying to think of who else I would put up there. Tyreek Hill. I mean, you know, and then it gets a little bit tougher. So I got it. Those are my 4 off the top of my head that I could just throw right above it. Cooper Kupp, I guess you could say. So that'll be interesting. Castro, I'm finna cap that show. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, we're going to start making these like heavy duty. We made these ourselves. Me and my girl made these ourselves. But what's going on, Eagle Slayer? What's going on, brother? J-Dub Ryder, what's going on? What's going on, Ryan Rowe? What's going on? But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm trying to think of who I would put above him. I'm realistically trying to think of who I'm not putting Keenan Allen above him. I think he's better than Keenan Allen. I'm really trying to think of who I would put ahead of him. I don't know many wide receivers that I would put ahead of him. I'm gonna have to look up the list of wide receivers. Because like I said, DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know how I forgot DeAndre Hopkins. Stefon Diggs. Okay, so I'm thinking DeAndre, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Mike Evans, I mean, yeah and no. I guess Mike Evans, right? Mike Evans should be up there. I would put Chris Godwin over him. I don't know if I'm putting Amari Cooper over him. Right now. DK Metcalf, I guess you could put above him. Is he better than Terry McLaurin? That's a good debate to have. Is he better than Deebo Samuel? That's a good debate to have. Where does PFF have him? PFF has him, I think, in the top 10. Oh, they got CD Lamb at number 6. I don't even like this list already. They got AJ Brown at number 14. That's fair, but I mean, the people that they have ahead of him, I can understand Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett, I get it, but I mean, you had Russell Wilson. It'll be interesting to see what he does. You know, obviously DK Metcalf, that'll be interesting to see. You know, he's on his contract year. I know he's a little bit upset. Hunter Renfrow was really good last year. They putting T. Higgins above him. Obviously Tyreek Hill, like we said. Stefon Diggs, like I said. I don't know if I'm putting CD Lamb ahead of him. We'll see, I guess. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, yeah, Deebo Samuel. They got Deebo Samuel at number 3. Cooper Kupp at number 2, and Devontae Adams at number 1. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with all those. Takeem Hill says Tyreek Hilton. Yeah, I definitely see Tyreek Hilton. A.J. Brown ain't even top 10. Oh, I just messed up my own camera. I'm about to break my camera, y'all. Yo, A.J. Brown, to me, I don't know. Maybe he's not top 10. Maybe he's like right outside of it. Like I said, I have to go through. I'm going through these players now. I could put Devontae Adams at number. I could put Devontae Adams ahead of him. I could put Cooper Kupp ahead of him. I don't know if Debo's better than him. I mean, Debo was their whole offense. So if AJ Brown wasn't on a team with Derrick Henry, would he have been used in the same way? He was able to go out there and put 1,000 yards up there in a run-heavy offense. Not even just a run-heavy offense, a Derrick Henry offense. I mean, I don't know. I think it's closer than people think. I don't think he's number 3 in the league. Justin Jefferson, all right, I'll put him over him. Jamar Chase, I'll put over him. I'm not putting CeeDee Lamb. I'm just not putting CeeDee Lamb above him. Maybe that's the hater in me. That's fine. Maybe that's the hater in me. Top 25 at best, you wildin' Slayer. I don't know about that. You think Devontae Smith will be better than AJ, but he hasn't been. So, I mean, 2 out of his 3 years, he's already hit 1,000. So we'll see what he becomes. How Weasel, I like that. Jay Hurts is going to be the reason AJ Brown struggles at team. That's fair to say. That is honestly fair to say. That's fair to say that AJ Brown's lack of ability or consistency. I don't want to say lack of ability. His lack of consistency when it comes to playing the quarterback position is definitely going to hurt our passing game in general. Always raving about how they're best friends but can't connect in practice. It's still early. I don't really buy into all that stuff. Like, look, people are going to struggle. It is what it is. People are going to have struggling, they're going to have a tough time getting used to their teammates. It is what it is. They're friends. They haven't played together. So we have to wait till they play together. We'll see what happens. Debo, I don't think Debo's better than him. Michael Thomas, I'm not taking Michael Thomas over him. So far, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 that I would put over him. I'll put 4 people so far over him because I'm not putting CD over him. I'm not Stephon Diggs. I will put over him. Tyreek Hill, obviously, so that's 6. T. Higgins, I don't know if I'm putting him over him. Hunter Renfrow, you can make that argument. I'll give him. All right, so that's 7. 8 with DK Metcalf. 9 with Chris Godwin. I don't know. I got him right at number 10. DeAndre Hopkins, I guess you got to put there just because he is that guy. So I'll put him at number 11. Jalen Waddle, maybe. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know if Jalen Waddle's ahead of him. I got him like around 10 to 12 in that neighborhood. I would say 10 to 12. That's the neighborhood that I'll put him in. 15 about right. Man, I mean, maybe Terry McLaurin. I'm not putting Terry McLaurin over him. There is not 20 receivers better than AJ Brown right now. That's blasphemy. That's wild. Terry McLaurin is better than CD in my opinion. I think that Terry McLaurin is better than CD. I mean, you look at what Terry McLaurin has a better argument with me for AJ Brown than some of these guys. Like, I'm not putting Michael Thomas over him. Like, I'm definitely not doing that. When was the last time that dude played? I'm not putting Robbie Anderson over him. I'm just not. AJ Brown has proven. I didn't realize that people were not high on AJ Brown. What happened? I don't get it. I do not get it. So you're telling me we went out there and put a first-round pick out there for a top 20 receiver, for a number 20 receiver? That's how y'all feel right now? I don't agree with that. I do not agree with that. Robbie Anderson, hell no. I'm not putting Robbie over him. I'm telling you right now, I'm putting them anywhere from 10 to 12. We could really do this. I got time today. We could really do this. We could really sit down. I would say, because do you put DeAndre Hopkins in there? I feel like you have to, because he's that dude, right? He only played like, 10 games last year? He is that dude. Jalen Waddle had a good year, but he really came on hot towards the end. I'm really thinking he like top 10, top 12. Like, that's really where I'm at right now. Watch AJ Brown film. He can be potentially better. I really do feel like that. Yeah, one thing I didn't realize that people were a little bit down. I don't want to say down on him, but I didn't realize people didn't think he was a top 10 guy. This guy was in an offense. That had Derrick Henry literally eating all the play. That was their offense. Everything bled off of, Derrick Henry, and he was able to still go out there and get 1,000 yards. Tannehill is not that much, in my opinion, and we're going to be going over. Me and James are doing, obviously, the best of enemies on Sunday at 11:30, but we're going to be going over our top 32 quarterbacks, and we're going to start with the bottom 16. And I don't remember if Tannehill's in that, but I know he's not that far from it. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't think Tannehill's as great. I don't think he's that much of an upgrade over Jalen Hurts. I'll put it that way. So, I don't see why A.J. Brown can't put up 1,000 yards with this offense. Even more. I really don't see a reason why he couldn't do that. Smoke One said, no matter what, they gonna downplay us. That's what they do. It's fine. Michael Thomas destroys the Eagles defense when he plays us, regardless of the Saints quarterbacks. That's true, but when was the last time he played? Did he even play all last year? I don't think he played a down last year. It's hard for me to put somebody in the top 10 that didn't even touch the ball last year. And it's hard for me to put DeAndre Hopkins in that top 10 right now, and that's because he didn't play the end of the year. You know, or I think he only played 10 games in total or something, like 9 or 10, something like that. I'm sure y'all will let me know. 10 to 12 is definitely fair. I think that's fair. I think 10 to 12 is fair. I think once you get like 15 below, that's too low. That's too low. We live, Castro. We live, Richie. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. I apologize. Top 15 tight ends, please. I could do that. I could probably do that. Let me pull up a list of these tight ends. So I'm saying top 10 to 12. Top 10 to 12 for A.J. Brown. I would love to. Where do y'all got A.J. Brown? I got him 10 to 12. Let me look at these tight ends. I'll say before I even look at this, I'm putting probably Dallas Goedert at like number 6, number 5, number 6. You know what I'm saying? Before I even look at this, I'm putting him number 5 or number 6. But we'll see. Let's see if that changes my mind. Let's see if this changes my mind. All right, so I'm saying Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Darren Waller, it's tough because, you know, Mark Andrews is a beast, and obviously he's like their whole offense out there. So it's tough not to say he's better, you know, but I think Dallas Goedert's better than him. Kyle Pitts is not as versatile as Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert is a top 5, top 6 receiving tight end and a top 3 blocking tight end. So I love Kyle Pitts, and I'm glad everybody's hype on Kyle Pitts, but I'm putting him above him. It really comes down between Mark Andrews and Dallas Goedert for that like 4 or 5 spot. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna say Travis Kelce. Then I'm gonna put George Kittle. Then I'm gonna put Mark Andrews. I'm gonna give him that respect. Then I'm gonna put Darren Waller. Then I'm gonna put Dallas Goedert. So I got Dallas Goedert at number 5, and then I'll put Kyle Pitts. Then I'll put T.J. Hawkinson. And from there on, I mean, it really is kind of, we'll see what happens. I don't really want to commit to any of these guys, but those are my top 7 guys. Those are my top 7 guys if we're talking tight end. No Allen Robinson. We'll see what happens, man. I like Allen Robinson. Obviously a big Penn State fan, so I got love for Allen Robinson, but we'll see what happens with Allen Robinson. I'm not. Where did he end up again? Where did he end up? I'm not supporting. I just can't. I love Allen Robinson. I think he's a beast, but I don't know. He needs a real quarterback. So I can't do it. What's going on, Philly Fan D? Unspoken words in the building. This is 4th year. He made the Pro Bowl in the first 2 years. He was injured last year. He had better numbers than DK at Ole Miss. I think A.J. Brown going to show a lot this year. I think in this offense, he was made for this offense, and it sounds like we're kind of molding what we do in the passing game a little bit more around him. So, look, we could use him like Debo's used in San Francisco, and I would be cool with that. I would be okay with that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got 20-plus people in here. I can't really see. But be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family, guys. Hit that like. Make sure we get this out to more people, you know what I'm saying? Off season's the season to have these conversations, and you know I love having these. If you watch this show on the regular, you know I love having these conversations. Eagle Slayer, what's going on? He says, I'm not saying he can't put up 1,000 yards. I don't think he's above any of the receivers you just named. So give me your time. Like, if you got the time, You know what I'm saying? Give me your top. Give me your top guys in the league at wide receiver. Give me like your top 10. That's what I want to see. You said Mike Gesicki. I'm not putting Mike Gesicki in the top 7. I'm not putting Mike Gesicki in the top 7. Healthy Logan Thomas over a Goddard. You guys, are y'all trolling me today? Hold up. Hold up. Who said that? Quez is the decoy and has been used as such. Not now for the top tight ends. Take soon time to think about it. Yeah, I could think about it, but is Rob Gronkowski officially retired? Not from what I've read. I keep seeing that he might come back. But who just said that? Who just said that blasphemy about Goddard? Hold up. Richie? Come on, Richie. Bro, you my boy, man. Come on. He said that if healthy, I got Logan Thomas over Goddard. Wentz likes to use. Okay, I didn't read that part. I get what you're saying. He might have more, you know, he might be used a little bit more by Wentz. But nah, I thought you was just talking straight like talent. I'm taking Goddard 10 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10. Yeah, we can do Richie. Next one we'll do top tight ends. We'll do top tight ends next one. We'll really sit here and go through it. Or we can do it now. I really don't care. Allen Robinson is on the Rams. Yeah, he'll probably have some big numbers, and that's cool, but I'm not putting him above A.J. Brown right now. A.J. Brown did what he did on a team that, like I said, is a run-heavy team. Not just a run-heavy team. They're a Derrick Henry ran team. That team is ran by Derrick Henry, literally. Is Dallas getting DK Metcalf? If that happens, that's crazy. Where'd you see that? I'm going to have to... I doubt it because I know they don't like paying people, so I doubt it. But that might have to be a conversation me and James have tomorrow. Let me look at these NFL rumors. You're going to hear a bunch of weird rumors. Whoa, Robbie Anderson might retire? Who was just asking if Robbie Anderson's above A.J. Brown? He might retire. Whoa. And they're saying executives are thinking that Baker and Jimmy G are about to get released. Imagine being the Browns right now. You just went from getting all hyped thinking you had the next guy in Deshaun Watson to now you ain't got nobody. Nobody wants to play for you. Pete Carroll says he's still hopeful that he can get that contract extension with DK done. That's crazy. That's crazy. Robbie Anderson, if he retires, that's crazy. I like Robbie Anderson a lot, especially on Madden. On Madden, that boy fast. Odell Beckham is better than A.J. Brown, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's a conversation we can have. And then, and then you have to, like, really look at upside, what they bring to the team. That's a good person to bring up. That's interesting. I got Goddard above everybody but the top 3, Kelsey, Kittle, and Darren. I respect that. Dallas Goedert is definitely better than Logan Thomas. Devontae, Tyreek, Diggs, Jefferson, Chase, Higgins. Higgins is that guy. I gotta do more research on Higgins. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know enough about Higgins to make that proclamation. But if you're putting him there too, I gotta check. But I'm definitely not putting Keenan Allen ahead of him. I'm not putting Keenan Allen ahead of him, and I'm not putting Cooper, part-time Cooper on there. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Jarvis Landry is better than A.J. Brown. Nah, I'm not taking Jarvis. Don't do nothing after the catch. Jarvis could get open, but you need to get him in space. That's the thing with Jarvis Landry. That's the thing always been with Jarvis Landry in his career. He's good in space. He's good after the catch, but you got to get him in that space. He's not a dude that's going to take the top off of offense or defense. He's not really going to create his own separation, in my opinion. So, Waddle, maybe Waddle. I mean, Waddle, he had a really good end of the year, but he's another guy that, you got to get him the ball and let him do things. He's amazing after the catch. And he's just fast. He's fast as hell. Hopkins, Odell, Waddle, Renfro are all above him. You can make an argument for Odell, but I personally wouldn't take him. I personally am not going to just say Hopkins is better just because he's been better. We'll see what happens. Last year, he only played like 9 games, so Next time you have D-Gun on, ask him how much involvement do the players and coaches have until training camp, according to CBA. Yeah, I know me and him were talking about it the other day. The CBA kind of like ruined our shot at having real off seasons. I mean, even, McMullen said it, this is what they chose to do. And we've had a bunch of different people on, right? We've had a bunch of different people on, and they've all said the same thing. We are taking it light. McLaurin's there. McLaurin's definitely one of those guys. I think they're like neck and neck. I wouldn't put all those people ahead of him. I'm not putting Higgins ahead of him. I'm definitely not putting Keenan Allen ahead of him. I'm not putting Cooper ahead of him. Renfro, I guess you could. I mean, we'll see what happens. Renfro is like a specialist type dude too. Like, so I guess you could. But I don't know. I'm putting A.J. Brown ahead of him. I didn't realize this many people weren't that high on him. I thought that people really thought he was. I thought people were going to be in here telling me he's a top 5 guy, if I'm being 100% honest. So I will be honest and say that I'm happy that you guys aren't saying that, but I'm surprised that you guys ain't that high on him. What happened? What happened though? McLaurin is nice, but I don't know. Right now, if I had to make my list, all right, I'm going to make my list. Y'all ready? I'll say that the best in the game right now is Davante Adams. I'm going to follow him up. See, it gets hard to really like rank him. I'll give you a 10. I can't really rank him right now. I'd really have to sit down and really think about this. But the 10 guys I'd put ahead of him without a question are Davante Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyreek Hill, Stefon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Chris Godwin, Jamar Chase, see, I mean, and that's where it gets to the point. I'm at 8 right now. That's where it gets to the point that it's you can make an argument for Terry, you can make an argument for CD, you can make a very strong argument for Debo. Odell, I don't think is better than any of those people I just said, so I'm not even gonna. I don't think he's that. I think that he's top 10, top 12. That's really where I got him. Debo Samuels is near AJ Brown. I think so. He hasn't done enough in 3 years to be top 5. I agree 100%. Are the Commanders going to pay McLaurin that's the question? Probably not. We've seen it. I would love for him to become an Eagle. Adams, Tyreek. So Unspoken saying Adams, Tyreek, Debo, Diggs, Chase, Jefferson, Scary Terry, Kupp, Hopkins, and I'm not putting Hopkins. I'm not putting Evans ahead of him. I can't put. I don't know. Maybe that's the hater in me. Maybe it's the thug in me, baby. No, I'm just kidding. But no, realistically, maybe I'm hating. But I don't know, man. I think that he's 10 to 12. That's realistically where I feel comfortable putting him there. Maybe that's what we got to do next. So we're doing the top 32 quarterbacks. Me and him already made our list. We're going to do 16 this week, 16 next week. Maybe after that, we'll do our wide receivers, because that'll be interesting. That'll probably be interesting. I'll tell you, it's pretty interesting to see where me and him put our respective quarterbacks, right? I like it. But anyways, don't care opinions where he ranks. A.J. Brown is complete wide receiver. Having Smitty next to him will make him dangerous. I agree 100%. Mike Evans and Scary Terry. I'm not putting Mike Evans. Scary Terry, in my opinion right now, they're both around the same thing. They've dealt with subpar quarterbacks. You can say what you want about Ryan Tannehill, but you would never restart your organization and pick him as your quarterback. He's a good enough game manager, in my opinion. And then you look at, obviously, Scary Terry's played with some terrible wide receivers. Adam Thielen, that's a good one. You might got me there. I said Chris Godwin. I said Jamar Chase. Cooper Kupp, I said that. I'm not putting Mike Thomas ahead of him right now. That man didn't even play a game last year. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 30 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe, too, because it's like 60% of y'all that be watching my shows. They don't even subscribe. 60%. Come on, man. Ask if you're new to this, ask somebody in the chat, man. We do it We get the best guests. We do what we do out here. So definitely, it's worth the subscribe. It is definitely worth the subscribe. Brandon Cooks. I'm not putting Brandon Cooks ahead of A.J. Brown. Waddle, you can make the argument. Waddle, you could definitely make an argument. Arthur John Juan Brown. Is that his full name? Is that his actual full name? You know what, Joe? You're right about Evans. Godwin is better. To me, I think that Evans is a beast. Don't get me wrong. And there's a lot of stats that will back up the theory that Evans is better. Do not get me wrong. There's probably going to be somebody that either comes in the comments or comes in the live chat at some point and is like, oh, but look at all this about, Mike Evans. And he is a great wide receiver. But if I'm talking about who's the best, who I want on this team, I'm taking, maybe that's a better way of looking at it. Right? Maybe that's a better way of looking at it. Who would you want on this team? Shout out to King Nash for subscribing. You a genius, and I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Unspoken says, I already read that. Rank the NFC East wide receivers. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Let's make sure before I don't want to, because honestly, right now I'm gonna say AJ Brown, the best one. I really am. I think that AJ Brown is better than all the receivers in this. But I think it's AJ Brown, and then CeeDee Lamb, and then Terry McLaurin. I think it's like, and I think that they're all neck and neck. I think those are the top three, and then I think it goes. See, it's tough. It's tough because I think Devontae Smith and Michael Gallup are neck and neck. You know what I'm saying, as number twos. But I'll probably take Michael Gallup right now over Devontae Smith. We'll see what happens. But I think they're pretty close. That's how I would rank them. Those are the only wide receivers that really matter in this division. I guess Jahan Dotson, but Jahan Dotson is definitely, we got to see what he becomes. I love Jahan Dotson. I'm a huge Penn State fan, and I hope that he plays well. But that size scares me. Antonio Brown. I'm not taking Antonio Brown over him right now. I'm just not. Mike Williams is good. Mike Williams is very good, and he's in a very, very pass-heavy offense. But, again, I'm not taking him over him. What's going on, Jinx Wolf? What's going on? What's going on? Throw your hat in the ring, man. Let me know. I want to see everybody. Just top 15 at the most until you get to A.J. Brown. Let's say that. Give me all the players at wide receiver that you would take over A.J. Brown in the league right now. I need to see that in the chat. We got 33 people in the chat. If you're not at work or if you got time, I need to see who is in front of A.J. Brown for you right now. Waddle. I said Waddle. Only one I take on this team over Brown is Deebo Samuel. I respect that. And honestly, you can make the argument, and I will make the argument, that Deebo Samuel and A.J. Brown can honestly do very similar things. I think they can do very similar things. I think they could do very similar things. Elijah, I threw you a wrench. We got 40 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, yo. You know what I mean? I have a prediction. Vikings will be bad next year. Fourth place bad. And Howie will trade for Dalvin Cook at the trade deadline. That would be interesting. Highly doubt that would happen. Highly doubt that would happen, because it would take a lot to get Dalvin Cook on this team. But that would be interesting. I will say this. I do think that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to end up in a position where they find themselves looking for that last piece. I think that this team is that good. I really do. I just hope it's not quarterback that we're looking for. What's going on, Gillette? What's going on? Lockett is an underrated wide receiver. I like Lockett. I like Lockett a lot. AJ Brown. I am not taking Kenny Galladay over Devontae Smith, especially he didn't even play. I'm not taking people. Did he play last year? Did he play at all? You might as well put Kadarius Toney there then. I mean, like, what? No, I'm not taking Kenny Galladay over him. Kenny Galladay has had one statistically great year. That's it. No. Takeem, I got a good 15 ahead of AJ Brown. I can't see it. I see what you're saying. I just can't see it. I can't put those guys over him, man. He's saying AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Kenny I could see. I did say that I would put Michael Gallup over him, so I'm not gonna kill you for that. I get that. I definitely get that. It is what it is. He has more of a body of work, but man, miss me with that. I am not. Nah, Kenny Galladay. There's no way. There's no way. Galladay's great with the jump ball. AJ's a complete wide receiver. Look, I mean, AJ Brown played last year. That's that's my thing. I know he got hurt, but I don't think did Kenny Galladay even have a snap? Did Kenny Galladay even have a snap? Chase over AJ, definitely Chase over AJ. Gabriel Davis on the Bills is underrated too. He definitely is. Didn't he just get a bag this year too? Let's talk about Trey Lance. What is you thinking, boom or bust? I think he's a bust. I think this is his year to kind of prove what he is. He didn't really get a chance to prove what he was last year. Like, they kept on wanting to go with Jimmy Garoppolo, which in hindsight, maybe it had something to do with this big purchase, right? Maybe they wanted to show Walmart, which sounds weird to say. Maybe they wanted to show Walmart and the Denver group that they had a winner on their hand, right? So they went out there and played the better quarterback at the time. But we'll see what happens with Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance has a lot of talent, but he just really wasn't given the shot last year, if I'm being real, in my opinion. I would have to bring somebody on here to really go in depth on that, which we could do that. We could definitely do that. Again, all I know is Adams, Kupp, Debo, a healthy Hopkins, JJ, Chase, Tyreek, Higgins, OBJ, Mike Evans are all better than shit. Even Renfro and Thielen are ahead of him. I don't know about all that. I respect it though. Only people I would really take out is Mike Evans. Because first of all, I think that Chris Godwin is better than Mike Evans. So you'd have to put Godwin in there, in my opinion, if you're going to put somebody over him. OBJ, I don't know. You don't get the same OBJ from game to game. That's my opinion. T. Higgins, I have to do more research. I didn't realize people thought T. Higgins was a top 10 guy. Not going to lie to you. And Hunter Renfro, you can make that argument. Thielen, you can make that argument. But I'm taking A.J. Brown, man. Gallup is coming off a big injury. Godwin is not better than... I think Godwin is better. I would take Godwin. I know people are going to bring up the stats and be like, oh, but look at this, look at that. I love Godwin. Godwin to me is a way better wide receiver. What about Amari Cooper not over AJ though? No, Amari Cooper to me is not over AJ Brown. He's just not. A man that quits at the hardest times in the game. No, he's just not. He's not it for me. Not it for me, dog. It's a no for me. Devontae Smith is better than Galladay, but Smith is a rookie season was mediocre in my opinion. Smith had nobody else. Smith had nobody else on that team. He broke our rookie record. Like, what do you expect? You got to put it into context of the team. This is just not a team that has wide receivers that go crazy. Godwin definitely better, though, in my opinion. A.J. Brown, not top 5, but top 10. He can move into the top 5 with 1,300 yards and 14 touchdowns. I wouldn't put him top 5. Top 10 is I would say he's like either number 10 or like 12, maybe 13. Like, that's the deepest I'll stretch it. But 14, 15, 16, I can't name 16 people I'd rather have on this team than A.J. Brown. And maybe that's what comes into. Maybe it comes down to on this team. Maybe I'm just looking at the fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that there's just 15, 16, 17 guys way more talented than him. Yeah, no, Evans definitely been that dude in Tampa. I can't lie on that. I cannot lie on that. He has definitely been that dude. And like I said, you can pull up the stats, and the stats are gonna make me look wrong. I know that. Don't get me wrong. Mike Evans is that dude, but I would take Chris Godwin. I think he just offers more. He just offers more as a wide receiver. But you know, they're both dogs. They're both nasty, man. We'll give you a Evans is top 3. Evans is not top 3. I don't know, man. I don't think Evans is top 3. I really don't think Evans is top 3 at all. It's hard for me to put him in the top 10. You're talking about top 3. I don't know about all that. If we're going off this coming year's stats, we're too deep for AJ to really be top 10, to be honest. I guess it depends on how you look. It depends on how we use him. It really does, because you can talk about, Deebo Samuels and say he's a top 10 guy. Now, I know that they're probably, they're pretty deep and they're a run-heavy team. So, I don't know. It really depends on how we use him. Evans top 3 stop. Evans is definitely not top 3. He said that's a pause at double. Yeah, my bad. Pause. What is that? Okay, yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, sure. Thank you. Girl, get me some iced coffee. You know what I'm saying? That's love right there. But I'm definitely not putting him in my top 3. Y'all, no. To say it again, to double down, Mr. Hilton, that's the deepest I stretch it. 13, like, that's the deepest I'm not going no lower than that. Top receiver was D-Hop, but now Devontae Adams down year in Las Vegas. Who's to say? Who's to say he's going to have a down year? Derek Carr is a beast. Derek Carr is no joke. Derek Carr is definitely no joke. People sleeping on Derek Carr if you think he's going to have a down year just because he's going to hang out with Derek. Y'all wilding for that. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 30 people in here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. Look, we are going to have a raffle going on pretty soon. We got a bunch of different t-shirt designs. This is one of them. One of them is the Jalen Hurts Better Than Dak t-shirt. If you haven't seen that, chef's kiss. It's chef's kiss. It's amazing, I'm telling you. This year we're coming with the smoke. This year, none of that halfway to hype about these Eagles. We're gonna be all the way there. This is our year to be hype. So we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, we're gonna end it like this. I'm gonna give you my top 10 one more time, or I'll give you the people I'll put ahead of him. I'm not gonna put them in order, all right? But I'll put DeAndre Hopkins. I'll give you him just off respect. Devontae Adams, I'll give it. Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Chris Godwin, Jamar Chase, DK, Debo, and I got him at number 11. I got him at number 11. I got AJ Brown at number 11. What's going on, AK Eagles? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. AJ Brown will be good. He will be good. I have him over here. Kenny No TD's Galloway, however. That's what I'm saying. How are you going to say Kenny Galladay is better than Devontae Smith? He ain't even play last year. That man's making more money. That man is making like $20 million to sit at home and watch Rugrats. That man's sitting at home watching Angry Beavers, and y'all talking about he a top 5. Y'all crazy. Some of y'all love y'all, but sometimes, man, it's hard. Sometimes y'all make it too hard to love y'all. Pause. Adams people forgot about Michael Thomas because he took the year off. Yeah, I forgot about him, man. If I took the year off of YouTube, y'all ain't gonna come watch my show in a year. So yeah, I forgot about him. When he comes back and he's top 5 again, then we'll see what happens. He no longer has Drew Brees. So let's see what he can do with Jameis Winston. Who I think Jameis Winston will have a good year. I do. I got faith in Jameis. I like him. Yeah, he about 11 to me. That's where I'm at. I got him, like I said, 11, maybe 12, 13 if you want to say a couple different guys, but I'm not going to 14. I'm not going to 15. What's going on, Texas Eagle? What's going on, brother? I see you. I see you, brother. I see you holding down the Eagles out there in Texas. That's tough, man. I'm trying to get out there for the Christmas Eve game. Y'all know I'm cool with their announcer. I don't even know. He's like their TV host, reporter. He does a little bit of everything for them. So I'm thinking about going down for the Cowboys versus Eagles game for the Christmas Eve game, and me and him were probably going to chop it up, maybe do some live stuff together. So I might have to see you out there. Thank you, Ben. You need that coffee, you know what I'm saying? You need that coffee and keep going. DK versus Debo versus AJ is all I care about. Yeah, I know. Right now we could compare him to somebody good. Tyreek Hill, yeah, I definitely put Tyreek Hill over him. Did I not say him? I'm not putting Allen Robinson ahead of him. I'm just not. And I love Allen Robinson. I really do. I'm just not. Who the hell said Galladay is better than Smith? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Who said that again? I got to find it again because who said that? I need to find it. Cause y'all know I give out way too many wrenches. I might have to take that person's wrench back. Takeem, and I'm not gonna take your wrench back. You my dog, but Takeem said that Kenny Galladay is better than AJ Brown. I just don't see it. I personally just don't see it. But that's my dog, so I ain't taking his wrench away. He good people. 1 year doesn't put you in the top 5. You need a consistent body of work. 3 years or better. Well, he's at 2 of good year, 2 good years, right? So this year, if he has another 1,000-yard season, is he in your top 5 by your standards, Vincent? Because that's what it makes it sound like. That's what it makes it sound like. CD, I'm not putting CD in there. I'm not putting CD ahead of him. I'm just not. What's going on, JB? What's going on, Jeremiah Butler? Yo, I always see Jeremiah in every other show that I'm at. Every other show that I go into and I'm in the chat, that's one of the first people I see. Shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy. That coffee good. That coffee good. That coffee good. We make our own cold brew. You know what I'm saying? I know none of y'all care, but I do. We make our own cold brew. Look at that. Look at that Castro coffee, baby. That's what I get. If somebody needs to sponsor me, I need a sponsor from like Busy Brew. No Dunkin'. I don't want Dunkin' Donuts. Y'all coffee weak. I'll take the sponsorship though. Y'all got good. I'll take this. AJ was playing with Ryan Tannehill. Don't forget that. Exactly. People don't realize. Look, and I'm not sitting here hating on Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill showed me some things last year. I will be 100% honest. I think that Ryan Tannehill is a lot better than I thought he was, but to me, he's still not that huge of an upgrade over Jalen Hurts. Takeem just throwing names out there. That man's tripping. Hey, you know, I said Kenny Galladay is better than Devontae Smith after a mediocre rookie year. Nah, man, I can't say that. Nah, I don't think Devontae Smith had a mediocre year one, and I really don't think that. I don't think Kenny Galladay is better than him. But I mean, hey, that's why we have these conversations. It is what it is. We will see, right? So one of us is gonna be either right or wrong. So we'll see. Maybe we're both wrong. Maybe they both suck. Dallas Law Nation hyping up CD, talking about DK all last night coming to Dallas. Really? I saw him live last night and I jumped in for like 5 minutes, but I had to run. Law Nation does his thing. That's a dude I want to work with. He does his thing. That's definitely a dude I want to work with. DD at every corner, literally. Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is not, there's not a lot down here. In Florida, there's not really a lot. At least when I lived in Jacksonville, I was telling my girl the other day, there was literally like maybe 5 that were within, you know, actual distance of me. Coming from up north, I'm from up north. So I know there's Dunkin' Donuts everywhere. There was a Dunkin' Donuts in my backyard, I'm pretty sure. They good, but their coffee, I don't know, man. So they do like a cold foam thing. I know y'all don't care, man. I don't know why y'all sitting here listening to this. But they do like a cold foam thing, right? And I realized what cold foam was because I really liked it. And then I realized that they were just putting freaking whipped cream in there, stealing money. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool. So I just make my own cold foam. We make our own cold brew. We got our own cups. You know what I'm saying? We doing our own damn thing. We're not... No more buying coffee from the man. No more buying coffee from the establishment. Other than the beans, technically. That's going to change, though. I'm going to be Jack with my own beanstalk. Watch. Well, Dallas only has 2 players now worth talking about, so, of course, they going to try to hype up CD. Exactly. DD is trash. Krispy Kreme is where it's at. I've never had Krispy Kreme coffee. I've had their donuts, like, once. Didn't really like it. But I've never had their coffee, so we'll see. Maybe their coffee's good. The only reason Galladay was relevant in Detroit was because of Matthew Stafford. DJ is not Matt. Let's not twist it. And not just that. Kenny Galladay, I think, had 1 good year. Let me look up these stats before I start talking all this crap. But I'm pretty sure when I was looking up when he was a free agent, I was like, I'm good, because he only had 1 good year. But let me double check because I don't want to lie to my peoples. I like y'all a little bit. All right, so yeah. So in Detroit, he had 2 over 1,000-yard years. He went from 477 yards to 1,063 to 1,100 to 338 to 521. Nah, I'm good. He had over 5 touchdowns one time in his career. Kenny Galladay, you are no longer in this conversation. We are not even. I'm not gonna pretend he's in the NFC East. It makes 0 sense to do that. When he starts being a factor, then let's go. Devontae Smith only had 5 touchdowns his rookie year. I was expecting at least 9 touchdowns out of him. Devontae Smith was the clear number 1 option on the offense. Yeah, I mean, Kenny Galladay has over 5 touchdowns twice in his career. He has 5 and 11. So, I mean, like, no. Kenny Galladay, he's just not. Where do I have Cooper? I had him in my top 10. I didn't really want to make a list. Like I said, maybe after we're done with the quarterbacks with me and James, we'll do our top wide receivers next. But I don't want to, like, sit here and make a list realistically because it's hard to just do that off the top of your head. I really want to look at everything and make, a good decision. DJ Shark versus AJ. DJ Shark is decent, but he's not no AJ Brown. I'm good on that. I never had their coffee, either one. McDonald's got that coffee for me. Yo, McDonald's coffee is low-key not that bad. McDonald's coffee is really not that bad. They used to use Seattle's. They might still, but I think they switched to like Newman's Own for a little while. Can y'all tell that I'm addicted to coffee? Can y'all tell that? It's sad. It's actually sad. So if you guys want to, send me some Cash App, some money for some coffee. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to Krispy Kreme in Tampa at 4 a.m. right when the donuts were coming off the conveyor. I respect that. Do they still light up the thing, say that it's fresh? Jimmy G will sign with the Giants. That's a New York move. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like an older Daniel Jones. Chick-fil-A definitely got some good sweet tea. Chick-fil-A, honestly, man, I don't know. My nephew one time told me if you don't like Chick-fil-A, you broke. Like, so I don't know. I hate to say this, but I feel like Chick-fil-A a little bit overrated. Am I wilding for that? I really feel like it's a little bit overrated. I like their sauces, and their chicken is good, but I don't know. I feel like it's a bit overrated. I'm not putting Mike Williams ahead of him. I can't put Mike Williams over him. McDonald's puts way too much sugar in their iced tea. So much coming to factor talking about TDs. Facts. You look at first of all, you look at the quarterback that you had, the type of offense that you ran. Jalen Hurts only had 20 something passing touchdowns. So I mean, how many of those are gonna go around? That would be interesting to see Jimmy G in Seattle. Damn, ain't nobody else live. I was about to say, who else is live? Nobody else live? Y'all don't want to make content? No, I'm just kidding. We getting a Popeyes here in South Jersey. Popeyes is all right. I like their biscuits. Cannot wait till you rank running backs. Yeah, me and James, we gonna go through it all. Eagles content creators be slacking on the weekends. This is the only time I got free. Next year, bro, I'm so excited. So since I got y'all, right, since we all hanging out, this is a really random live, and I'm probably going to go in a little bit, but since I got y'all, right, if you guys don't know, this year during the football games, I am going to try and get up to a couple of games, don't get me wrong, but the games that I'm not able to be in Philly for or wherever the game is, I'm going to start doing live shows from Tampa Joe's here in Tampa, Florida. So if you're in Tampa, Florida, if you ever heard of Tampa Joe's, they have a huge huge Eagles group called Philly of the South that does every Sunday there, and I'm going to be doing my live show there. So I'm so excited for that. So while we got you here, I haven't really announced it. I guess that's kind of an announcement, but there's only 35 people in here, so that's between us, right? That's our secret. Daz Deals, you in Tampa, right? Bro, step out, pop out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We definitely gonna have merch on site. I know he does a lot of different raffles. I'll probably try and get involved in that. Maybe give out some merch or something like that. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm excited. For fast food, Popeyes better than Chick-fil-A. Maybe. They can't freestyle like you, Joe. Yeah, nah, you gotta, ain't nothing much to talk about. So you gotta just come on here and talk with people, man. I'll be at the Cowgirl Eagle game out here in Dallas. Hopefully you can come out to that one, fam. I'm really, really trying. Like I said, me and Kyle Yeomans have worked together a couple of times. Obviously, me and James are like James is like an uncle to me. James is like a friend, like one of my best friends right now. He's looked out for me in so many different ways. And then obviously Rome, Tuck, those are really close friends of mine. Skywalker, those are good. Those are all good people. So I want to meet everybody. I want to, you know, maybe do some live stuff with everybody. So my birthday, I mean, that's right around Christmas. So my girl was talking about that might just be a good Christmas gift for me. So we're talking about it. We're trying to get that together. We're definitely trying to get that together. We're also putting a lot of money into making this studio. So it's a little bit tough, but we're going to try. We're going to definitely try. You put Smith with an accurate quarterback and his numbers jump off the charts. Film don't lie. The kid is always open. It's a fact, though. And I'm not going to, you know, no knock to Jalen Hurts, but Devontae Smith was a dog. And it's just his technique. He's just such a technician with his route running. He said, no, stay put. We need you, Cash. No way of knowing until after the season. Is it scary that we aren't practicing as much with all the new pieces we have? You know, look, I think it will be a little bit of a factor. I do think that it may take you a little bit longer to gel, especially like you said with the you know, you're bringing in a Hassan Reddick, even though you're not going to be asking these guys to do things that I don't think are out of the realm of what they've done before, especially with an AJ Brown. I don't like saying sources or anything, but the people that I talk to, you know, that have been at the camp and have been able to talk to these players a lot, I keep on hearing it's going to be a totally different offense, something that, you know, really fits what A.J. Brown does and what this offense kind of has done well last year. So it'll be interesting. Y'all got amusement parks and Hard Rock casinos out there in Tampa. Yeah, we got a Hard Rock and we got Busch Gardens. But the Hard Rock is trash because you can't do sports betting out here. Stay on topic, Joe. Let's talk football, not trash food. You got to talk a little bit of everything. I ain't going to hold if I've wanted a vacation in Tampa for years. My guy will come down for one of the games. Come to Tampa Joe's. We'll kick it. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you on the show. Maybe do some live interviews or something like that. We'll have some fun, man. We'll have some fun. If Smitty had barrels, sky's the limit. Worst Philly move was not re-signing Jimmy Butler. Heat 76ers are trash. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, too, because I keep on seeing everybody saying, you know, what are they going to do with Harden? I don't know what you can do with Harden. I've seen some people say, you know, make him not accept his option. That's not really up to the team. Like, that's up to him. That's a big number. So I doubt that anybody's going to sign him to a huge contract. So if he becomes a free agent, he's going to take a pay cut. So it just makes more sense for him to take that option. Like, even if he restructures something with you guys, I don't know if that even works in NBA, if that's even something that happens. But if they can fix that deal some way that they, you know, have a little bit of cap space left that they can go get somebody else, it might help them. But, you know, James Harden ruined 2 teams last year. Smith, Raygard, J-Jaw are perfect examples of why I wanted to draft a skill set over measurables. Facts. I love Hard Rock. I lived in the poker room for a couple years. I've never been in there. I lived not too far from there, but I've never actually been inside of there. Was there for the Lightning game a couple weeks ago. It's a beautiful Cho City. Definitely coming back. Well, if you out here, bro, if you out here, ECG, for the games, man, definitely slide through, man. We'll get you on the show, man. We'll definitely get you on the show. I was in Orlando last year, Cash Show. That's not too far from me, like a year ago. A couple hours away. But yeah, it's not too far from me. Come through, bro. Come through. I'm telling y'all, if y'all come through, I will definitely have you on the show. If you come through and say you came from a different city, or if you came from wherever, and you tell me I'm subscribed to your channel, I'm throwing you some free merch because I don't have any self-control. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come through, man. King Swag says, drop a like and subscribe to my guy. It's free. It is definitely free. This is the only thing free that you will get in this world. No strings attached. You might have to hear me, get upset sometimes, but who doesn't? Who doesn't want to hear that every now and then? Most underrated pickup is Zach Pascal, man. He almost had 900 yards last year with your boy Wentz lobbing him the rock. It's going to be interesting to see how we utilize him. It really will be. It's going to be interesting to see how we utilize all these guys. That was a really good comment, though, Bernard. I agree. I think that it's a quiet pickup that may pay very, very high dividends. I live in Georgia, so Florida is like my second home. I've been to Tampa at least. I've been to Tampa the least though. Tampa's nice. I used to live in Jacksonville for like 6 or 7 years. If I'm being 100% honest, like I would probably move back there. Like I like Tampa, but I think Jacksonville's a little bit better. But I mean, I'm probably a very unpopular opinion when it comes to that. Only thing I like about not only thing, but the main thing I like about Jacksonville is you have like 360 miles of just straight up beach, like free beach, just straight up beach. You can just drive for like hours and you're just on the beach line. So it's beautiful. And then everybody out there is just so full of life. There's like a really big art scene out there. Tampa has it too. But yeah, I just love it. I used to not like Tampa till I moved there. You got to spend time in Tampa to get to know the place. Yeah, facts. I used to live in St. Pete when I first moved out here. And now I'm right outside of Tampa. But yeah, it's true. Tampa is one of those things. Like Ybor is really dope, right? You know, like it's a lot of stuff that's dope around it. Shout out to ECG using those emojis, man. Those member-only emojis. If you want to be a member, it is only $1. It is only $1. We're going to have to re-up those emojis for this new season. Connecticut has this new airline, Avail, that does nonstop flights to Florida coming out. What? Yo, that's big. I got to look that up because I'm originally from Connecticut, obviously. So that's big, man. That might be cheap. I need that in my life. That's because all y'all moving down here and raising our rent. That's what it is. But no, that's dope. I need to go back home and see my family anyway. So I'm gonna have to check that out. Thank you, Takeem. Thank you. Jax used to be my stomping ground. Had an ex there. Jacksonville is fire, man. Is the Jacksonville Stadium dead ass in the middle of the hood? I remember. Yeah, it is. It literally is. Jacksonville Stadium is like right in the. You go across the street. I don't know now. This was like 7 years ago, but you go across the street and it's like legitimately the projects, like one of the worst projects. It was definitely. I mean, I don't know everything about Jacksonville, so I'm sure there's worse hoods than that. But like on the surface level of it, it was like, do I really got to drive through this to get to the stadium? But it's a dope stadium, and the people love their team, man. They love their teams. And I remember, what was his name? The quarterback they used to have. What was Blake Bortles? Blake Bortles used to literally live on the beach. He used to buy everybody bottles of champagne. Blake Bortles was that man was the mayor, man. He was the mayor. I'm telling you. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got 50 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. We're very, very close to hitting hitting 4K. If you're already subscribed, share this with a friend. You know, if you're in Eagles groups on Facebook, share it on Facebook. Let's really blow this up because we got some really good things coming this year. So I would really love to have a huge community of people. People buy tickets to be in our swimming pools in Jacksonville, not to watch the game. Yeah, and those swimming pools are disgusting. I remember I watched the. I want to say it was the Tax Slayer Bowl. It was Penn State versus Georgia. I want to say it was. I'm not 100%. Don't quote me on that. But I saw the Tax Slayer Bowl at that stadium. That was fun. And obviously I went to a bunch of Jaguars games because they basically pay you to go see them. I remember I met Miles Jack at a gas station. I'll never forget that. He was like the nicest dude in the world. Many stadiums are near the hood. Falcons old stadium was in the hood. Thought you was in Philly, you're in Atlanta. No, I'm in Florida. I'm in Tampa right now. Oh, Jeremiah Butler. Oh, you're talking about Jeremiah. Same with Joe Robbie Stadium. Yeah. Don Peterson was all in on Rager and in the receivers. Coach sold the dream. Yeah. I was in Atlanta. Oh, okay. Y'all gonna have to meet up. Oh, y'all gonna have to meet up. I'm thinking Eagles trading defensive tackle Javon Hargrave straight up to the Bears for safety Eddie Jackson to complete the offseason moves. You know what? How old is Eddie Jackson? Eddie Jackson's like what, 29? If I'm wrong, let me make sure I'm wrong because I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about that. I've been wrong about a lot. Yeah, so you're not talking about Eddie Jackson because he's 41. All right. I think I know who you talk about, though. I'm pretty sure I know who you talk about. Who's the safety? Do they have the... Oh, that's the chef. I was about to say. I was like, what the hell? Why did I say he's 41? 28. Okay, so he's 28. I mean, maybe. You know, I don't know. I would rather have somebody like a Jesse Bates if you're going to give somebody up like that. I would love to have a Jesse Bates on this team. Yeah, Pittsburgh got lucky with Miles Jack. You still believe in Jalen Reagor? I respect that, man. I respect that. I believe in him too. Did I go to the wild card game? Unfortunately, it was very tough. I was out there actually at the pregame with Gail Saunders and all them in the 4th and John boys. That was a lot of fun. Hell no on trading a starting defensive tackle. I mean, well, you got another one. You got Jordan Davis if you want to give him those snaps. But I think I would probably hold on to him. Damn, I got to go out to Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. Milton Williams will be the team leader in 2023 once BG retires or moves on. Whatever happened to Mark Barron? I know he old now, but that boy could hit. Yeah, facts. I got to go out to Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. I just keep hearing about all y'all traffic, and I have bad road rage, so I don't know if that's really good for my heart. The way that my heart is set up, I don't know if that's good for me. But either way, man, we've been on here for what now? An hour and 10 minutes. Y'all know I only like to go an hour. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. But we are about to get out of here. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. Tomorrow, 11:30, be there or be square. We're going to be talking about our top 32 quarterbacks. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. There's been far too many Cowboys fans in these chats as of late. So I need you guys to come out and show out for me because I'm getting tired of it. But other than that, y'all know what it is, man. This is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Yeah. Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, really time to do him in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.